The watchman stepped onto the wall after the sun had fully set. His duty always began at the same hour. Below him, the town prepared for sleep. Windows dimmed one by one. The quiet spread slowly, like a blanket pulled over the streets. He checked his old lantern, whether the oil was enough, whether the flame held steady. Tonight, it felt slightly heavier in his hand. He began his patrol near the gate. Making sure it was locked was the first rule. He tugged once more, out of habit rather than doubt. A chill wind passed over his head. North wind tonight, he thought. It carried the faint scent of distant fields. He listened for the small sounds of night. A stray animal, a late traveler, or simply the wind. Silence, too, was a kind of sound he had learned to hear. At the far end of the wall, he paused briefly. From here, he could see the whole town. It reminded him that every quiet home was part of his watch. He had always been the one to guard the silence of this town. He recalled a rumor he'd overheard at the market. Talk of a thief nearby. Keep your lamps low at night, he had advised. Most people listened, even if they pretended not to. Between the clustered houses, the town felt utterly still. He liked this hour. It felt as though the world paused, just long enough for him to breathe. A faint light glowed from the high church window. He had once seen a monk praying there at night. The memory returned to him like a soft ember of warmth. A lone dog wandered beneath the wall, its steps lost in the night. Only when the lantern's light brushed it did its shape briefly appear. A traveler passed nearby. The watchman lifted his lantern, lighting the traveler's way. No words were exchanged, but the small gesture felt enough for both. When the footsteps faded, he was alone once more. Most nights were like this. He had grown comfortable with the company of solitude. He sat at the entrance of the last stretch of the wall, checking his lantern again. The oil was still enough. He preferred certainty over surprise. At the wall's edge, he stood still for a moment, listening to the town's soft, sleeping breath. The quiet felt almost like a presence beside him. He continued walking, unhurried, unwavering. His quiet hours were not yet over. And, as always, he kept those hours faithfully.